Hey Jack,
Hello.
tell me about No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky is a game that is now available that you can play now. It's essentially an infinite exploration game. It's developed by Hello Games in the UK. They're a small team and they made it with loving care and math and drawings.
Great combination.
Yeah, they go together like ham and cheese. So the core concept idea behind the game is essentially you wake up on your own planet. Every player will wake up on their own individual planet, and it's your job to kind of go out into the universe and explore and scan different things, learn about your environments and learn about the individual planets, discover wildlife, interact with intelligent life forms, learn their languages. And there's a lot of survival elements to the game, and I know that is a term that's thrown around a lot, but there's a lot of variables to your character and to your ship that you've got to manage, so there's a lot of resource management at play as well.
Lots of trading, I hear too, right?
Yeah, so that's actually part of what you're seeing now is I found this gentleman who was willing to trade with me, so you can go back and forth, and it seems like a pretty straightforward system at a glance, but there's actually a lot to it. Like, you can dig into like galactic averages and things like that, so certain items will be worth far more to different species of intelligent life, and there's a lot there that if you're committed to putting the time in, that you can learn. And obviously any ship you come across you can actually put an offering on, so you can buy any ship you see as well.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah, it is quite a deep game, but I mean, there's no way around it. Like, you're going to spend a lot of your time looking at these kind of text-based screens, and if that immediately doesn't sound like your cup of tea, like a walking simulator style exploration game with a lot of static screens with information on them, you're probably not going to like the game. You do spend a lot of time managing your resources and your inventory, so that is a big pillar of the game. On top of that, like I said, it is very similar. It shares a lot of the tropes of games that are criticized by being called walking simulators. And what you're seeing right now is what they call a milestone. So I've walked a certain distance and I get a reward for it. It's a milestone. And there's milestones for different things, like kill a certain amount of the sentinels and make like a certain amount of light speed jumps and things like that. But yeah, it's a very slow-paced game, and I mean, Sean Murray, the director of the game himself, described it as a chill sci-fi game, and I very much believe that that's a very accurate description of what it is.
It sounds fantastic, especially when you factor in these little, like you said, static screens like this one. Seek help with language. That's just such a cool idea and something that I don't think I've ever seen before.
No, it is. It is. They're very modest about the work they've done for this game, but it's something that truly I just haven't really seen before. Whether it's learning the languages or like here, you're basically learning about a creature, and then you can upload that to the online server in the game. Name it if you want to, or anything like that. Now, when it comes to the creatures, obviously, they're all procedurally generated like the planets, so sometimes it looks fantastic and you have something like this where there's a ton of beautiful wildlife on display. Other times, however, it looks a bit wonky and ends up looking like this, where you have some kind of 2011 Skyrim monstrosity where the pieces and the jagged edges kind of show. This is a very minor shortcoming in my books. I've seen a lot of people criticize this angle of the game, saying that, well, I mean, this is an indie game and they're charging $80 for it, but
it can't walk.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's funny to watch. So yeah,
it is.
But all in all, $1 million question: is it any good? Is it worth your money?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it depends how you value your money. Some people say Journey isn't worth $20 because it's 2 hours long. So if you want a game that will essentially last you forever, $80 or $60, depending on where you live, is worth it. This is a game that I truly believe you can play for about a few days a week, take a couple of weeks off, they release a new patch, come back to it. They're going to add a ton of new stuff over the coming years. So I'm very excited to see what's next for the game.
Looks good. Sounds good. Feels good. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a try.